Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Half of the states in the U.S. have some form of mask mandate at this point. Kentucky's is statewide, as you know. So time for us to get into a little Mask 101 with Dr. Ravi Johar, who is the Chief Medical Officer at United Healthcare. Dr. Johar, thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Okay, just to get it out of the way, scientific evidence does show that wearing a mask helps. Yes?
Absolutely. I was on a meeting this morning with the CDC, and they showed conclusively that every state that has a statewide mask requirement has seen a pretty marked drop in the transmission rate and in the number of infected.
That is good news. So if we are going to put our masks on, does it matter, Dr. Johar, if it's an actual like surgical type mask or a bandana just covering your face? Is there a preferable method?
There's some masks that are better than others, and those are like the N95s that are used in the ICUs and among healthcare professionals. Those are a little different, but between all the other masks that are available to the public and that the recommendation is to use, any of them will do the job if they are worn correctly. The key is not only do you have to have a mask, but you have to use it correctly.
And that's
an important fact.
Over your nose and mouth, correct?
Sure. I mean, you can see there's a number of different masks that we can use, and I've got a couple different kinds here. This is the one that's most commonly available. This is a disposable paper mask. It looks very similar to ones you'd see doctors wearing in the hospital, but they're a little bit different. But, you know, what you want to do is make sure you use the right side. You can see there's a colored side and a white side. The white side goes towards your nose. Most masks have a little bendable strip up here that you put over your nose, helps hold it in place, and the ear loops go around, and then you pull it down to cover both your nose and your chin. It's critical that you cover your nose and your mouth. The whole idea of a mask is to prevent transmission of the virus to somebody else. Mask does little to help you getting the disease, but it helps prevent it from somebody to give it to somebody else, and their mask then prevents you from getting the disease. So it's critical that everybody have it on.
So if you have a cloth mask like mine, okay?
Sure.
How often should I be washing this?
Now, the cloth masks are a little bit, the paper masks are one-use items, so after you will use it, you take it off and you dispose of it. The cloth mask you put on very similarly, and that should go over your nose again. That should be washed daily. That's an important thing, to be washed daily, to keep it clean. And again, always use the same side towards the inside. And this one, we have a little logo on it, but if anything that you have that has something to differentiate the inside from the outside is a good idea.
Now, is there a way to do it without fogging up glasses?
Yes, actually, that's one of my big things. Having worn a mask for 25 years, I get a little particular about it. Having a nose piece that goes up a little bit higher is always good. And the key then is being able to pinch it around your nose. So being able to do something like that where it really helps. The other thing that makes a really big difference with fogging up your glasses, which I have, is if you can bring the glasses down a little bit over the mask. So for example, with this one, if I just bring it down over my nose, nothing fogs up. So it may not look exactly the greatest to bring it down just a little bit, but doesn't interfere with anything, and it protects you completely and lets you go fog free.
Dr. Ravi Johar, Mask 101. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being with us today.
Thank you so much, Danielle.
All right, mask up. We'll be back with more Hey Kentucky right after this.